What is up, guys? This is CW3 here, back at again with another episode of Outer Worlds. Last time, we went ahead and done all of Graham's little tests to get him to stop using Devil's Peak. This time, we're going to make our way towards Stellar Bay to see Sanjar and try to make him do the same thing. Now, of course, we could just kill them, but we're not going to do that this playthrough. We're not going to be that mean, even though I did just randomly kill that first guy. Anyway, we will be doing that. I think I said the last episode I'll be doing side missions in this episode, but I'm gonna go ahead and decide to do not in this episode, but the next episode after we get complete with Sanjar.
One more time, I'm gonna lose it. Survival's about persistence and luck.
So weapon proficiency and adaptive skill play no part whatsoever, in your mind.
If it does, it ain't enough. I've gone and outlived the best hunters I ever knew.
It is neither luck nor random chance. At times, destiny may not seem fair, but there is a reason for life events, even if that reason is not immediately obvious.
Please. Nature's only got one reason for death. To feed the one still standing.
Not sure if I'd take either side on that. Let's make our... we could just fast travel there. I definitely could have just fast traveled there. It's not that long of a walk, but I'm gonna fast travel there. Anti-Cleo skin cream. Got some ointment. I'm guessing it's cologne over there. Is that bread? Yeah, this is bread. But it's all weird. It's like in a bag. Never seen bread. Well, I've seen bread in a bag, not that type of bag, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead and fast travel there. We're also gonna try to find us a corrosion mod for our shotgun here. I think that'll be pretty useful to us. Our shotgun has been doing very good damage with its crit. It's been fucking up the Raptidons. I haven't really used it on the Mantisaurs yet, but we haven't really gone against too many, to be honest with you. I think all last episode was just Raptidons. Yeah, it was just pretty much Raptidons. It wasn't even too much fighting last episode. Raptidons, they take normal damage from normal ammo. I guess I'll go over this one more time, because I'm pretty sure I got it wrong last time. With the elements and all. But I think we're good, though. I think we got it right, actually. Normal ammo does decent damage, but it's weak against armor. Plasma is good against flesh, but I think Mantisaurs resist it. Electricity does good against auto mechanics, corrosion does good against armor, and ray does good against crowds.
You a true believer, or do you just like the tithes?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Miss.
Oh, I've already heard this, so I'm just gonna
Do your part to support the local. What can I get you?
Yeah.
If you don't see
Great.
it,
Alright, let's see if you got any mods. You don't have anything for me. Okay. Well, there is Groundbreaker. She does specifically sell mods, but... Damn, bro, why does no one have any of those mods, bro? Why is it so rare? I don't think there's any other blacksmith in town or anything like that either. Or anyone here that sells specifically mods. Groundbreaker is going to be your main place if you're looking for specific things, I guess. Just looking around for a second. Got the little doctor. Saw her already. That's not... Oh, this isn't anything here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltuna smell.
Trust me, this is worse.
So you went from smelling like fish to smelling like the Raptidons? I think I'd rather smell like fish. I've seen those Raptidons. All they do is just outside everywhere, sulfur pools and stuff.
could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last.
I'm not here for that.
Didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not
Grizzly's just one.
in the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
No, you have a meeting with me.
You hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here?
Me? I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
It could always be both. If I have to eat one more weird science project based on this food in this pet from colony, I'm gonna stab somebody. I'm saying that? Nah,
Yes,
yeah, I'm
that's
saying that.
it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
Something to be said for perseverance. I endeavor to persevere myself.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And your titles already and scraping by, is that it? Sounds like you're freer than anyone else in house now, why not embrace it?
I can tell your iconoclast friends have left their mark on you.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future. But the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
I don't know what intellectualism means, but if someone's willing to build us a few practical things around here, I ain't gonna judge them on account of their beliefs.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
You make a good point. So, what do you mean to do about it? That's a coward's answer. So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
You do seem to have a bit of a Raptidon problem.
And a Mantisaur problem, and a Marauder problem.
Many, many problems, but they can all be
Yeah.
solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Bolts. The Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Ordnance, of course.
Shit.
We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
Hey now, they may not shower as much as you do, but they've got their own sort of civil.
Once you have the Bolt 52, what's the other part of your
I'll
plan?
need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Why are you saying it that way?
Saying what? Which way?
Arms. You're saying arms instead of arms.
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
I'm sure I'll know it when I find it.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Before I go, I need to ask
What
you
can I
about
do for
something.
you?
I need the MIS to stop broadcasting your jamming Devil's Peak station.
Just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been able to get a clear message out until recently.
When Graham finally shut up.
Praise the architect for that.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. We need that frequency to reach our trading partners.
There must be another way for you to do business.
Indeed. That's why it's imperative that MSI be reinstated onto the board. And the first step is getting the Bolt 52.
I have a question about the MIS. Yeah, MSI. I keep calling them NIS. MSI in the good old
Then it's good
days.
that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did the MSI get kicked off the board in the first
I've
place?
asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean that you inundated?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this
Damn.
planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Terra 1 and Terra 2. I see the board put their best people on that
Really?
one.
I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
That
I
ain't
wouldn't say
fair.
mixed.
They didn't leave on account of the hazards. They left on account of their cowardice. The hazards just gave them a reason to put to paper.
Sharp as ever, Nyoka. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MIS, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of
It's
you.
humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas.
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yet here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved
just
forward
left,
with
there's
our
nothing
planned
on this
reforms,
planet.
as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
That's low even for them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful
didn't
in
leave,
a
I
governing
guess.
body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want to be back on the board then?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without
Obviously.
the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
Yeah, that'd go a long way toward rebuilding our homes.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They treat you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't
Leverage?
get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope
we're about
is
to
to
go get.
maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. What can I do for you?
Alright. Let's go. That was enough talking
All I'm
for one
saying
day.
is, our lives are predestined
Jesus.
upon a path that is only visible in retrospect. If I could have predicted my life path would lead to prison, and thus avoided it, wouldn't I have done so? And even if I had, it still would have been unavoidable. Like that time I warned you about the giant pile of Raptidon shit, and you stepped in it anyway. You see?
Do your
Okay.
part to support the... All sales are final.
I always want to threaten you, to be honest. I already have another hunting rifle, though. Could always buy it, so I just have another hunting rifle with plasma on it. So we do have that. So definitely have the monies for it. I already have my freaking carbine. My carbine's been put into work, so and I'll just keep that actually. I'll keep my carbine. Let's go to the workbench though. Oh, I actually have 2 mag power. Puts both of those up by 8. I really want the corrosion damage though, because I already have enough plasma, and plasma isn't good against Mantisaurs. I'd rather have at least one good damaging weapons against Mantisaur that Nokia isn't holding. Nyoka isn't holding. I keep calling her Nokia. First things first, we might actually just be able to fast travel there. We won't know until we get out of the store bay. I forgot there's different directional what's it called? Fast travel points or whatever. I don't ever know why they did that. Alright, so let's go check one more time. Okay, it's only right there, so it's not that far away. Actually, we could have gone through the other side, would have been
Who
faster.
wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No
It's
one?
probably a terrible idea. You know what, Max? I probably would say yes if it just wasn't on the Monarch. Thanks, Twitter. Damn. Ooh. Oh.
Don't mess with us.
Shotgun putting in some work. Some more Raptidon meat. Definitely would take that.
We've got a fight on our...
Are you afraid? Ow. You guys are fighting in one thing over here. I've killed like 5 of them. Oh, you guys can do this. Jeez, there's a lot of them. I must have attracted everyone that was in their area. Oh, guess not, 'cause there's still some more. Oh shit, that we're done. Alright. Get in here. Could lockpick it. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I need a mag picks. I don't think there's any other way to get in here without getting a card either. Couldn't he have given... If you wanted us to get in here, you could have given us the card. Okay. Make sure there isn't any other way to enter. Can't just lockpick it. I'm making sure there isn't any other way. Get inside, because I see the ladder up front. Looking for bodies of this sort, anything like that. Making sure there isn't any possible way other than lockpicking it. Which I guess there has to be a way or a cart somewhere. Because if you didn't have a card, then you'd be pretty fucked right now. Well, not a card, if you didn't have a high lockpicking skill, you'd be pretty fucked right now. But... or mag picks. I'll always wonder why there is a can of beans next to a toilet. Anyway, let's just go ahead and open it up. Arms building. Vodka. View executive reviews. Continue. Sanjar has a bad habit of padding his reports with numbers and statistics. Not very good with slogans, jingles, and or taglines. Presentations tend to be dry, lacking emotion, appeal, and funny references. Sanjar also displays a noted tendency to complete work rather than delegating it, and a trend of becoming an upper manager. All Sanjar's work habits suggest a pre-presentation of detail and sounding like a vision. We cannot recommend him for further advancement. He needs improvement in the following areas. Damn. Oh yeah, more to view. Let's view Grams. Shit just filed. Fuck it, hack that shit. Grams' understanding of product messaging and branding is impressive, especially for a relatively low-level editor. He has a knack for memorable slogans and taglines. However, Graham has issues with and shows consistent disregard for font and formats. Some of his work had been flagged for subvert tones. Recommended for supervision. And who's this? Eric Dora? Dora shows a real knack for brief but compelling presentation supported by catchy slogans or dialogue. His skills are also top-notch. She can really lead a meeting around any topic and merge with plenty of work design. Recommendation for promotion. Then you have yours. And we'll go ahead and delete it. So, Sanjar isn't a good worker. Or wasn't good. He doesn't deserve his position, but... I mean, he did say that he was just kind of the last one picked out, so... Thank you, bro. I think the game really just isn't giving us any corrosion. Other than melee weapons. Like, it's giving me all the melee weapons, but it won't give me anything else. I think we picked up something I didn't want just now. Not that. This. Alright. Scratch my eye. Alright. I don't think I actually gave Yucker armor. New armor? Or did I? I did, okay. Making sure. You know.
Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats wear boots?
Snuggle at the Rapidon.
Get away!
Aww. I'm just messing with. Sorry, couldn't help it. Who's in there?
Thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Meta Queen showed up. Then Raptidon, who's a void blasted mess. I ran in here and, now the door's locked. Little help?
You got locked in? How?
Easier than it sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by Raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions.
Well, I need to get in that room.
Phew. Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So
Probably.
look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
Must be a way to open it from the
What
inside.
do you mean? It's locked.
Right. But these doors lock from the inside. You should just be able to open it.
But it's... Okay, I mean, I'll try. But I'm pretty sure you can't open a locked... Oh, my eternal soul! It worked!
This dumbass.
Ah, phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all
been
stuffy
stuck in
and
there
I was
and
getting
died
really
if you didn't come
lightheaded, and I
along.
think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
Still landing yourself in trouble, eh, Hux?
Oh, hi, Nyoka. You mind giving me an escort back home? Oh, you're traveling with someone. Never mind.
Normally when you help someone, they give you something for their troubles. Luck. With the trouble you caused me, you're dying here. She didn't cause any trouble. Sure you're okay to travel? Actually, give me some
What?
money.
I ain't got nothing on me. How's about a heaping helping of appreciation and respect?
Give me something or I'm stuffing you back in there. I can't buy ammo with appreciation respect. By saving me, by being saved by me, you entered a non-negotiable contract. You now owe...
Ah, shit. I wouldn't have agreed to be saved if I'd known that. All right, here.
Thank you. You okay to travel?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy and... Hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Good luck.
Thanks a lot, mister.
No problem. Thank you for the extra 600 bits. I appreciate it. Got the bolt. Got a mag pick. Give me mod for acid. Please. And I didn't get a mod for acid. That's unfortunate. Move, suckers. I saw a ladder here. Let's climb it. I guess it was white by looking at white. I was right for looking around some. I guess it would have been on the body or interacted on stomach, the card. I'm assuming at least. I don't think there's any other way to get up here than that though, maybe. And there was a damn ladder here. Well, I could have gotten in that way, at least you guys know. Literally, if I took some time to look around. Okay, that would have hurt my legs. Alright, let's go ahead and we can just walk back. Or we can fast travel back. I think I'll fast travel. Hand him that bolt cartridge. Order yours today. No. No, I won't. There's tons of better weapons than the damn Spacer's Choice pistol. Fast travel is convenient. Oh. Terraforming is still a young science for humans. The results have been unpredictable, particularly with the effects when native fluorides and okay. I think it said fluoride and fauna. Healing unless you run out. Heal you with each use. Those are more shiny. More Vermilion with more Valkyr. One of these days, I'll read all of those.
I question my decision to be out here.
Shut
But
up.
then remember, free will is just an illusion.
Free will is just an illusion. That's definitely not a way to go about things. So my armor level is at 29. I know Max definitely needs some new armor because he hasn't had any new since we got here.
What can I... If you don't see it...
You have any armor? You do have some armor for me. I will gladly take some armor from Max. Thank you very much. Max put this on. Look like a Power Ranger now. Here you go.
I see you've had a sobering effect on our friend Nyoka.
Sir, please stop.
Forgive me,
Please.
Celia. I couldn't help myself. Anyway,
You could.
what can I do for you?
Found your review on the terminal in the arms
You
building.
weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Sorry, it was already open.
Oh,
This is
yes.
true. It was already open.
No doubt someone else was having a laugh at my expense before you. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years,
Yep.
I was a joke to them.
Your left kidney?
One of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Did it? No, you're insane.
No, I am a company man.
And I bet money didn't improve. Who cares if they think you're in charge now?
In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
And you made it work. There's more than anyone can say for those execs.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something
No
else?
problem. Here you go.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
How exactly is this data cartridge gonna
What a
help?
question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Yes, finally, the board will get their comeuppance.
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea. It's definitely a firm middle finger.
Honestly, that once I've helped you with MIS. I keep calling him MIS. MSI will stop the broadcast. I can get behind
That's
that.
what I like to hear. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap what they can.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
What does that mean
If
for me?
someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
I don't know how to make people talk.
Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it?
Watch it with the you people.
Of course. I didn't mean to make assumptions. Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Infirmary. Infiltrate, I said infirmary. Infiltrate a secret corporation base and kidnap the staff. Sure, easy.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
If you're looking for a covert presence, met some mercenary affiliated with C3.
I'm sorry, who?
C3. Bunch of jackasses stationed at Devil's Peak.
Ah, them. They're hardly a corporation. More like a jumped-up band of thugs with certain pretensions. The evidence I'm hoping for
Give
would
me the thunder,
implicate one of the board powers. Anti-Cleos, Spacer's Choice, UDL, someone of that caliber.
Not that we don't appreciate your diligence.
Alright, well, gotta go. Gotta go fast. Looks like we're on our way to Fallbrook, but I actually think this is a good stopping point. Not for this episode of this stream, but just kind of for stopping to progress the main story.
Hey, Max.
I do want
What does
to
your
do a
religion
couple
say
things.
happens to us after we die?
The body returns to the universe from whence it came. I'm sure you've seen a corpse in the various stages of decay.
Why do we exist in the first place, then? What the hell's the point?
Our lives contribute to the betterment of the human race. Everyone has a part to play for the greater advancement.
I ain't got a part. Life ain't a damn cereal.
You helped people survive the Monarch evacuation, did you not? Perhaps one of them will go on to unlock godhood for the human race.
Well, if they do, I hope they remember who pulled them from the jaws of raptidons.
Hold on. See if we get lucky with the mods. Nothing in here. Come on. Come on, Rizos. You're my favorite. No. This is that mod. I'm never gonna find the damn acid mod. Is this Spectrum Vodka? Spectrum Vodka Orange. Fucking the first time we actually see a different Spectrum Vodka.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Bring it to you, but I've been in Stellar Bay for a while.
Well, spit and sulfur. Mr. Sanjar keeps me posted at this landing pad, so I don't hardly know anything about what goes on in town. Still, you're here now, and that means I finally get to do this part. Okay, here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain C. Lock.
Well, there's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor. I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Kinda wish I would've... I could have definitely already done that, but...
Gotta sign you in.
You already did. I thought you did at least. Doesn't really matter to me, though. Alright, so what we're gonna do is that, while I'm not gonna really be doing side missions, I'm, first things first, I can show this happen. We can actually insert our ID here, and we turn around. Unreliable's there. Or untextured unreliable. Come on, load up. There you go. Alright, so I want to do a couple things. First things first, I want to head back to Groundbreaker. There's a couple missions we want to do there, specifically companion missions. There's 2 of them we have now, technically 3, and I want to do all of them in this episode. Though I said I would be doing it next episode, but I actually got to a pretty good stopping point. I didn't know it. I thought it would be that mission, but it's actually the mission after that. That's a pretty good stopping point. I could have went ahead and gone and done it. But one of the reasons why I don't want to do it quite yet is because Max's mission does lead you to Fallbrook, and I don't really want to go back and forth between that. Might as well just get it done now. It's easy to do too because we have the cartridge, so all we have to do is go in there. Our levels are high too, so if we get caught, we could just kill him. All right.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure.
Oh. We'll go and watch that another time. For now, let's go ahead back to Groundbreaker. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just gained access to our first DLC. But we won't be playing it. Not yet. Groundbreaker. I think we'll take Vardy and Nyoka. Felix has already been here. Max has already been here. Nyoka's never been on Groundbreaker before. Let's take her for Vardy. For the quest. Since we're here, might as well do her quest too. Two worlds collide from the inside. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, sorry, I was reading some Anthony Davis said, basketball player from the Lakers. If you don't know, pretty much did blame himself in the game. All right, we have 2 more of these things. I don't know if these things change out throughout worlds. I think they do, maybe not. No, it's right there. No, no, you can't recurge this. It's right there. It's 4,000, and it's right for the ticket. I'm so mad. It's right there. Oh, it sucks so bad. Why is it restricted? Oh, why is it restricted? Okay. We actually should have took Max for his hack skill. I think we need. Oh yeah, let's level up Pavarti. Some Pavarti. I think your ability damage. Yeah, I'll just do that. There you go. You already picked up the ID, so we should just be able to walk through here. Oh, that's the first time we're doing this. Your shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to restricted areas. Moving drains the shroud energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk to your way out. More you are interrogated. Like I said, probably should go ahead and turn that mission on. This is not the cleaning machine. This one, empty man. Rolls right over here. Hold on.
Nicely done.
Easy hack. Okay, security terminal. I think there's actually a key too we could have gotten. Confiscated goods. Modified pistol. Tank of freelance to do his. It's cagey about his business. His person belonging to his wood for. Modified pistol, hatch, and prayer breeds, container, or refuse, inspect. He fled before we could get down to it, left his things behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again, which is likely to be never. Security lock. Rod the last hope. Freelancers versus the board. Freelancers 1 resident. I captain with more wits than brains. Hawthorne shifts and pounded. Guy from the back page ruffling up a moon kid. Mad warned me that the moon going to bring at the end of time. He was flying high, whatever. Great grows down there. I was sworn to someone that McGrad was spotted. Hey, rest and go. Nothing more collaborated. We're to keep an eye on Gladys. Give me that cartridge. Alright, so we completed that for Max. Give Max the cartridge on the way back to the ship. Dodge these people.
Wish I could do that.
Damn, we could have gotten this for free. Bolter pistol, packed hammer. There's actually some pretty decent early game weapons. Look at that, another cartridge. That's another way to get it.
Great work.
Walking in and out resets it too. Alright. Alright, so next mode of action.
What do you think of the unreliable Parvati?
There's always something to fix. And it's neat working in the Aether. I always took Atmo for granted. Now, if I drill through the hole, we all suffocate. Exciting, you know?
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Being in space sets me on edge enough.
You know about stellar emissions? Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you about this. I mean, not unless you want to know how we're all likely to get spacers lung.
Right. Okay. When we get back to the ship, I'm drinking this conversation right out of my recollection.
Speaking of drinks, you're about to go get some. You. Please. 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 Please, I have a good reputation with gun.
Or marauders.
Please. have the acid mod. You don't have the acid mod. You don't even have. Oh, I tried with that one. Hey, Spacer's Choice Man. How you doing? How you doing?
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner. Have a look.
Do you have it? I don't think you have it, because I'm pretty sure that's plasma. Yep. Well, you had at least you had an actual gun mod I wanted. It could be useful to me at the moment. Gladys, do you have it?
If you're here, I found a hen.
Well, I wasn't really expecting you to have it, but you do have a random sorts of things, time to time. You also have this gun right here, which I won't buy. Vending machine. Dang it, it's right here again, isn't it? Is that Mr. N? Okay, that's actually N-Ray. Ah, come on, please. Just give it to me. Why you gotta be like this? Why? Why? Oh well. Anyway, oh, it's waste disposal. Want to, so you want to go in here.
You can't get me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Yeah, you are.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Yes.
See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just
Well, this is
let
what,
me
your
get
friend?
one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Wait, you don't even like her, but you're checking on her?
You say that like it's weird.
It's none of my business. Just kidding. Then why bother?
Like I said, Jessie did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Maybe I can look into.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Okay. Fortunately, I know where Jessie is. And we got another cartridge. You would think they would start freaking the fuck out.
Maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason.
Havarti, I'll slap fire out of you. Say some dumb shit like that to me again.
To the last rat is on rotten time. Leave me in peace. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open the door if I kick it down.
Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Shut up, close the door. We gotta level up. And we got perks. So, what do we want to level up this time? Could go into long guns and get it closer to 100. It's already at 80. We could also go into science and get that closer to 80. But I think we want to just go into stealth here. We are going to be doing a lot of sneak attack damage soon. And we can use a little bit more hack and lockpick. So, I think that's a good bet. Almost to 50 with that. Also got a perk point. Now, I kind of want to get the negotiator perk. Get those vendor prices down would be nice. when you're buying precious. Okay. Quiet. Quiet weapon damage. Ooh. I actually might want that later on. For now, we will just get what we want to do, which was store this for kill. Yeah. Hello.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
I do work for the board, actually.
Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead.
What do you do to get... What did you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Yet you think the board had someone follow you and now you're hiding out.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1. Assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too. If it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items.
Okay.
3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it?
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay?
If you got caught?
I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie
I'll
owes
talk
me.
to him for you.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal.
No
or
problem.
I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Yep. Alright. Let's go talk to him. Oh. Definitely just heard just now. Might have heard it.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Really told me to... Oh, I actually forgot about this. Really told me to tell you to get your ass about... Get his ass about your shipment. Oh, I'm so sorry. Really told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment.
Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed.
Probably.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Alright. So we got a couple of side missions to do. A lot of them actually in this place. And we have to go to Scylla too. I think next time we'll go and do some of those side missions. Yeah. So next time, we're going to go do some side missions. And we'll head right back to Stellar Bay and help out Sanjar right after we're done. So then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.